Hello and welcome back. My name is Jaime Hepburn and I'll be taking you through a 60-minute Vinyasa practice. Today's class will be a little bit slower in tempo. We're going to focus a lot on stabilizing through the core. I had a baby 4.5 months ago and this is my first class back in the digital studio. So lots of core, lots of balancing, really nice if you're in the same boat as I am, coming back after a long hiatus, but also still quite challenging if you've been practicing for quite a long time, because I'm going to go a ton of variations. So grab your blocks, grab straps if you want them, but blocks definitely, thick books if you don't have them. And then yeah, we're going to start seated. If we're starting the playlist at the same time together, we're going to count it on the count of 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to start seated. There's no rush, so just find your way onto your mat whenever you're ready. And I like to sit on a block and just elevate my sit bones that way, but you can absolutely be on the ground. And we're going to take this time to really drop into class. So close your eyes. Soften your eyes, your jaw, your brow. And if you're not quite seated yet, don't worry. You'll arrive when you're ready. And we'll just be here for a few breaths. Noticing each inhale, exhale. And then just notice the shape of your breath without altering it. Notice how you feel in this exact moment, the start of class. Maybe it's been a while since you've been here. Maybe you need a bit of time. And then together we're going to start to deepen the breath. So drawing fuller inhales, exhales. Filling the lungs. And letting it all back out. Maybe take one hand on your belly, the other hand on your heart. So that when you breathe into the palms and you can really feel that connection. The press of the palms every time you inhale. The rise and fall with each breath. Beautiful, guys. Let's take an inhale together. And then exhale it out the mouth. Again, big breath in through the nose. Exhale it out. I'm just taking a moment here to find an intention for this practice, something beyond the moves, beyond the sweat, beyond the asana. Something much deeper than your physical practice. And if you're on a block, you can take it out from underneath you. And we're going to start slow. This class is going to start and build in tempo. So bear with me. Release your right leg. We're going to fold over top of the right leg. If that feels too intense, feel free to fold between the legs instead. And don't look for too much distance. Don't look to pull or to force. I want you to just notice how it feels, how far you can go with just a bit of movement, a bit of breath. Noticing the natural capacity that you have to fold. And that's going to look a lot different than what I can do, so don't worry what it looks like. Fold in a way that feels right for you, that feels gentle. That still allows you a bit of stretch, but makes you feel quite eased as well. And as you ease a little bit further into it, notice that you move a little bit further gradually as you relax into the posture. The body opens. Beautiful. We're going to walk the hands back towards us. We're going to switch sides. So you're going to release your left leg, bend the right, and you can fold directly over the leg, right? You can also fold a little bit further inside, and I'm going to leave that choice to you. And don't worry if your forearms do or don't touch the floor. You might be here. That might feel like enough. Take a few more moments here. Ease through the face, the jaw. Soften the back of the leg. Walk your hands back in. If you're sideways on your mat, just shift your weight so you're facing forward. Lift the squishy bits of the bum up and out of the way. Breathe your arms up to the sky. And on the exhale, hinge forward. And then allow the body to round here, really soft into this fold. Maybe soften the knees. Noticing the low back, mid back, upper back as you allow your spine to naturally round. Beautiful, guys. Now keep the chin tucked and just rise all the way up to a seated position again. Let the arms drag by your sides. And as you curl all the way up, let the shoulders roll up by the ears down the spine. And I want you to reach your arms forward. Palms can be facing up, they can be facing down, whatever feels right for you. Flex through the feet, draw from the midline. We're gonna gently lean the body back. We're gonna hold the space. Breathe it up. Beautiful. Now move a little bit further, as far as you can, whilst maintaining the integrity of the spine. Breathe it up. One more time, holding that space. So obviously this is going to be a little bit harder if you're coming here post-baby. But still, as you draw up, you feel that stability. Now we're going to go all the way down. Slowly. Beautiful. Hands pressed by your sides when you get there. Bend the knees. Stack the knees above the ankles. And then lift the hips up. Now you can keep your hands down. You can reach them high to the sky, whatever feels right. And then I want you to imagine that you're dragging your heels towards your shoulders. So don't actually move the feet. Just find that pull. Engage the back of the legs, the glutes. Engage the navel as you keep that shape. Beautiful, guys. Slowly ripple back down. Take the knees in towards the belly. Grab top of the knees, and then just give the legs a little bit of a circle shake. So moving them, noticing if they feel sticky, if they feel heavy, having a little rock side to side perhaps. Beautiful, guys. We're gonna pull the knees into the belly. Grab underneath of the thighs and just rock up and down the spine. 2, 3, maybe 4 times, until you get enough momentum to cross your ankles. Take your hands down to the front of the mat, step it into your high plank, and you can drop your knees if you'd like. You can hold that plank shape, right? No right or wrong. Press the mat away from you. Draw the navel in towards the spine. Make sure you breathe. And then from here, we're going to bend the elbows in towards us, slowly lower down. The slower you move, the more challenging it is. Try to maintain the integrity of the spine. On the inhale, tops of the feet down, come into a baby cobra. Beautiful. Take it into a child's pose. Take a moment here. A reminder that if it gets challenging, if you need a break, just come back to this space. Try to see this class through to the end. I know there's tendency to just turn off is there. Try to stay with the breath. Palms pressed, lift the toes, lift the hips up high to the sky. And if you're tight in the legs, just keep a little subtle bend in the knees and pull the bum up and back, spine long. Maybe a little shift of the weight as you pedal the legs out one at a time. You can bend the knees one at a time. You can nod the head, yes, shake it, no, you can shake it out. Do whatever feels right as you start to arrive. We're gonna walk the feet towards the front of the mat. Soften the knees. Grab hold of opposite elbows and just pull the energy down. Breathe. Remember, it's a slow start, but it does really build in tempo. Take a moment. Release through the elbows, and then slowly rise all the way to stand. One vertebrae at a time. Shoulder blades up by the ears, down the spine. Beautiful, guys. Hands to heart center. On the inhale, we rise. Exhale, fold forward, hands to floor. Inhale's your halfway. Exhale, the right foot, we step back. Drop the knee. Anjaneyasana, low lunge. Breathing into the space. Find the opening from the front hip flexor. Arms are strong by the ears. Frame your left foot. Straighten your leg, half Hanumanasana. And you might already find that the blocks are quite handy here. If you have tight hamstrings, place the blocks underneath the hands. Bend the left knee, flip the right toe, lift the right knee. Step to the top of your mat. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, we fold. Inhale, we rise, gaze up high. Exhale to center. Inhale, lift to lengthen. Exhale, forward fold, hands to floor. Inhale's your halfway to a flat back. Hands to mat. This time it's the left foot, you step it back. Drop the knee. On the inhale, Anjaneyasana, low lunge. So step into that right foot here to lift the energy up. You don't want to sink all the way down with all your space. You want to find that length at the front of the left thigh. Then frame the right foot. Straighten that right leg, half Hanumanasana. Breathing here. Noticing how the legs feel. It's the start of class. Maybe it's morning where you are. Beautiful. Bend the right knee. Flip the left toe, step to the top of your mat. Inhale so that lengthen. Exhale, we fold one more time. Inhale, we rise. Exhale, palms to center. Inhale, lift the lengthen. Exhale, hands to the floor for your fold. Inhale's that half. Exhale, your choice, step it back. Knees, chest, or chaturanga dandasana. I'll choose knees, chest. Inhale to your low cobra, upward facing dog. Exhale it back to your downward facing dog. Now you can take chaturanga every single time. You can take chaturanga push-ups today if that feels more your speed. And you can always, always, always take knees, chest, chin for the entirety. Practice in a way that feels right. Gaze to palms, bend the knees, hop, step, or float to the front. Inhale's your half. Exhale to fold. Inhale, we rise, gaze to sky. Exhale to center. Inhale again, lift to lengthen. Exhale, we fold. Inhale's your half. Exhale, chaturanga dandasana, or knees, chest, your choice. Inhale, upward facing or low cobra. Exhale it back, downward facing dog. A little softness in the knees. Pulling up the back of the knees and the thighs. And if you know your Ujjayi pranayama, maybe you're already there. But maybe trying to breathe a little bit deeper, in through the nose, out through the nose. Finding an audible sound, however that feels for you. We're going to lift the right leg on the inhale. When you exhale, knee to nose, you round. Inhale, shoot that right leg back to the sky. Exhale, big step between the hands. Drop the left knee to the ground. Inhale, Anjaneyasana. Beautiful. Frame your right foot, Hanumanasana. Breathing here. Bending into the right knee. Flip the left toe, plant the left hand down. Reach your right arm to the sky. And just take a moment to feel that stretch in the right glute to start. Gaze to the floor. Maybe a brick is underneath your left palm. We're going to take the left knee to the right knee. Scoop and pull all the way through. Take your time. Let the right knee drop out to the side, right foot on the inside of your left thigh. Breathe the arms up. Exhale, fold forward over that left thigh. On the inhale, maybe lengthen again. Exhale, bend through the elbows. Walk the hands back in towards you. Plant your right foot to the ground. Take your hands to the left side of your mat. Press the right foot, lift up, pull all the way through. So you're stepping your left foot to the back of the mat, bending into that left knee for your Skandasana. And you might be flat-footed here. You might be on your left toes to make this more possible. The hands can remain down on the floor. You can take them off and just hold them by your chest. Beautiful. We're going to take it to Skandasana at the front of the mat. Use your hands or glide without. Take the hands to float if that felt right. Beautiful. Spin back forward. Take your left hand beside your right foot. Reach your right arm to the sky. Again, bricks are handy. That brick might be underneath of the left palm. Take a moment here. We're going to come onto left fingertips. And then maybe you're going to float your left hand off the floor. Draw up from that navel. Beautiful. Now imagine I'm pulling your right arm up and back. Come into a twist. Bend the right knee, but bend that back left knee as well. That's going to help you find stability. Make sure the hips face the front of the mat, so when you twist, it really comes from the torso here. I like to flex my palms here. Gives me a bit more depth. You can always straighten that back leg if it feels right at this point. Take your hands to center. Maintain that twist. Beautiful, guys. Take the left elbow, hook to the outside of your right thigh. Use the elbow into the thigh, press the palms to the midline, and then just rotate a little further if that feels right. Breathe. Beautiful, guys. Gaze to the front of your mat. Step your left foot to meet your right foot. Take a chair pose. Start to sit a little bit lower in that chair. Feet can be hip distance apart if you prefer. Try to lift all 10 toes off the ground. And then press into the toes. Lift the heels off the floor. And then draw the bum back. Start to fold your belly over top of your thighs. Keep reaching your arms front to the front wall. And then take your hands to the floor. Split the knees to the back of the arms. Come into your crow. Or come into a malasana instead. Breathe. In through the nose. Out through the nose. And if you're in crow pose, maybe you're jumping back, stepping back, vinyasing, all the way to down dog. Otherwise, we can meet there. If you were in malasana, maybe a chaturanga's for you, maybe you're already in a down dog. Breathe. In through the nose. Exhale it out. Beautiful, guys. Left foot we rise. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale to lift. Exhale, big step between the hands. Drop the right knee. Anjaneyasana, low lunge here. Beautiful. Frame the left foot. Straighten your left leg, half Hanumanasana. Bending into that left knee. Flip the right toe, lift the right knee. Plant the right hand to the floor. Reach your left arm to the sky. Breathe. Beautiful. Gaze to the floor. Right knee taps the left knee. This is where a block may come in handy to help you scoop that right foot through, take it all the way to the floor. Let the left knee drop out to the side as you press your left foot on the inside of your right thigh. Breathe the arms high. Exhale, fold. Beautiful. 2 breaths here. If you're a little faster getting there than I am, just take an extra breath. All right, guys, walk the hands back towards you. Plant your left foot to the floor. Hands to the right side of your mat. You use the press of the left foot to help you lift your bum off the ground. You pull that right foot back, step it all the way back, pivot the right foot, Skandasana. Beautiful, find your balance. Maybe the foot's flat, maybe you're on the toes. I'm a little bit, it kind of depends on the moment really. Take it to the front of the mat, use the hands, or just float there. Breathe. Spin to the front of your mat, right hand beside the left foot, left arm to rise. Now be mindful that right hip doesn't just drop to help you open. Maintain the integrity of the pelvis. Let the twist come from the torso and reach your left arm high. Come onto your right fingertips. Maybe float that right hand off the floor. And then imagine I'm pulling you up, pulling you back. Bending to both knees for that twist. Keep the hips square to the front of your mat. Flex to the fingertips. Maybe straighten that back leg. Take the hands to center for your twist. Breathe. Hook the right elbow to the outside of the left thigh. Use the elbow against the outside of the thigh to help you twist a little further. Rotate through the spine. Beautiful. Gaze to the front of the mat. Step the right knee to the left. Take it all the way to your chair. Arms are strong by the ears. Again, lift your toes just to fan them wide. Press into the toes. Lift the heels now. Beautiful. Draw the bum back. Arms are strong by the ears. And as you pull the bum back, you're reaching your arms forward here. So eventually, maybe perhaps the belly is resting on your thighs. Then the hands come down. You split the knees for your crow pose, or you take another malasana, your choice. Breathe. In through the nose, out through the nose. Jump back. Step back, vinyasa out, or go straight to your downward facing dog. Those are the options. And there really is no right or wrong. How do you maintain the integrity of the breath? That's a guideline as you flow. Beautiful. Kick your right leg to the sky. Exhale, knee to nose, round the spine. Inhale it up. Big step between the hands, this time for your high lunge. Arms are strong by the ears. Find that length at the front of the left thigh. Make sure your right knee is bent. Take your hands to center or keep them by the ears. By the ears is a little bit harder. And then you're going to lean forward over your thigh. Take your warrior 3 from here. Again, you can have the arms by the ears, your choice. 2 more breaths. Find something that's not moving to look at. Maybe keep a subtle bend in that right knee. Tap your left knee behind your ankle. You can take your toes to the earth as well for support. And then lift that left knee all the way into the belly. Grab hold of that left thigh. Inhale, lift up, lean back, release through that right quad. Beautiful, guys. Right hand on your right hip. Left peace fingertips around the left big toe. And then if you have it, kick that left leg straight. See how that feels. Feel free to also have your left hand just on your knee for support. Breathe. Now we're going to open up through that left thigh. If you've got the knee bind, just open up from the knee. Beautiful, guys. Take it back through center. We're going to take a pistol squat all the way to the floor. This time it's a big one. Breathe. Don't worry if it's a crash landing. Let the left leg drop. Press that right foot beside the left knee. Take the right hand behind you. Lift the left arm to the sky. And then take a twist. Now, if you have a side crow you want to take, you're more than welcome to take it here. And I usually demo these on the second round. So only take it if you want to go there. Otherwise, just stay as I am. Gaze behind that right shoulder. All right, we're going to twist again. If you're in a side crow, just meet us where we land. Hands to the left side of your mat. Press your right foot. Step your left foot to the back. Bend into that back left knee for Skandasana. Hands to center here. Take a moment. We're going to use the left leg to push up to your warrior 2. So use your bricks if you need to. Bend that right knee to the front of the room. And if you want to make this a little bit harder for yourself, you can lift that right heel off the floor. Beautiful, guys. Release the right heel, straighten the right leg. Step the left foot in 1 or 2 steps. We're coming into Trikonasana. So you reach the right arm forward to the front of your mat. Take the right hand on the inside of the right shin. Left arm to the sky, and maybe this is where you grab your brick for support. No right or wrong. Breathing here. Feel free to style it out. We're going to shift the weight into our half moon from here. Bend into the right knee. Use your brick if you have it. Take a moment to find your balance, and then I'll help you make it a little bit more challenging. We're going to hover the right hand off the floor or the brick. And if you want to go further, take the right hand to the chest. Keep that left leg strong. If you want to go even further than that, try to take your gaze to the sky, to that left palm. Breathe. Bend that right knee, warrior 2 from here. Windmill the hands to frame your right foot. Right arm lifts to the sky. Beautiful, guys. Left knee to the belly. Scoop it through. Right foot plants down again. 1 more twist. Maybe this time is when you play around with your side crow. Maybe you're already there having another go. Breathe. Beautiful, guys. Take your time. 1 more breath, maybe. We're going to twist again. Hands to the left side. Press your right foot. This time, you're gonna end up in a wide-legged squat from here, or a wide-legged fold from here. So toes in, heels slightly out. Fingertips down, look forward to lengthen. Exhale, fold here. If you want to take a tripod, go ahead. Otherwise, wrap your peace fingers around your big toes, look forward to lengthen. Exhale, bend the elbows. Beautiful, guys. If you're upside down, you have time. Beautiful. If you're upside down, take it back down, wide legs. Come onto the fingertips, look forward. Left foot pivots back. Bend all the way to Skandasana, hands to center. Hips low to the front of your mat. Spin back forward to that twist, right arm high, left palm presses down to the floor. Left knee into the belly. One more time, scoop all the way through. Now I want you to shift your body back. There's no sweet way to do that. Just pull back so you have a bit more space on your mat. We're gonna take the weight forward, take the body forward. You might use your bricks again. You might just have your fingertips by your side, lift your bum, and then as you hinge forward, start to bend that left knee. See if you can crawl the weight forward. Now, those of you that have a single leg crow, go there. You're gonna take your left knee onto the back of your left arm. I'm not doing it right now. I'm gonna take a variation that you can join me for. So the hands come down. That right leg, back leg kind of straightens out as you hinge forward. And if it doesn't, just step it back a little bit. Now what I want you to do is stick your left knee into your armpit, left armpit, or back to that left arm, and maybe you just stay here leaning the weight forward. Maybe you draw from the navel and hold that left foot off the floor. So the left knee is glued to that left upper arm. You lift up. Knee to nose, shift forward. Inhale it high. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale it up. On the exhale, step forward. Inhale's your half. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, we rise. Exhale, back through center. Inhale, we lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale's your half. Exhale, your choice, knees, chest, or chaturanga back, or straight to down dog. Big breath in. Exhale it out. We move with the left leg as you rise. Knee to nose. Inhale it up. Exhale, big step between the hands. Coming into your high lunge. Finding your balance. That sense of strength should come from the core. So as that left knee is bent, you draw the navel up and in, and you wrap the rib cage forward. Now you can take the hands to center or keep them by your ears. Lean forward over that left thigh. Warrior 3. Again, the hands to center is going to be a little bit easier for you. Up to you, wherever you want to be. 2 more breaths here. Tap the right knee behind the left ankle. Remember, the toes can touch the ground for support. Pull all the way up to the belly. Grab hold of your shin. Plant that left foot as you lift up, lean back a little bit. Right hand on the right knee, left hand on the outside of the left hip. You're holding it here, option 1, or option 2, you're kicking that right foot forward a little bit. Beautiful. Take a moment, find your balance. If you've got the bind, either way, knee or foot, you're gonna open it up to the side, up and out to the side. Beautiful, guys. Find something that's not moving to look at. Take it back through center. We take it all the way down to the floor. The faster you move, the easier it is, but you don't want to move too fast that you fall. So somewhere in between moving fast, moving slow. Plant the right leg down. Let the left foot move a little further forward. Take your left hand behind you, right arm lifts. Exhale, hook to twist. Again, you can go straight into your side crow if you want to. You can use this first round to just twist. We don't always have to take the harder option here. Beautiful, guys. Hands to the right side. We press that left foot step, the right foot to the back of the mat for our Skandasana. Find your balance. So my right side is a little bit broken these days. Take a moment, work within the realms of your body, press into that right foot for your warrior two, or you can always press your hands to the floor and help yourself get there. Breathe. So there's a lot of ways to approach this class. You can make it harder if you want to by lifting the heel. You can stay as you are. If something feels wrong in the body, just leave it. Come back to something that feels nice. From here, straighten that left leg. Take that right foot in. Coming into your Trikonasana. Now I'll try to demo this time without the bricks, just so you know that there is a way to make it harder, but feel free to use your bricks. Feel free to take your hand onto your shin if you want. The nice thing about an online practice is that I can't see you anyways. Nobody can. Bend into that left knee. Take your half moon from here rather. And again, if you're coming into it without the bricks, you're already floating, right? To have that space, right? You might be a little bit further towards the ground depending on the length of your arms, but to really maintain that shape, there's a bit of a float happening. And then you can take your left hand to your chest. You can start to take the gaze high, and this is where it gets tricky. The gaze moving all the way to the sky really requires focus. It requires your breath. Sometimes it feels a bit too much. Again, depending on the side or coming to the end of a class, you might feel a little bit tired. Bend that left knee, take your warrior two. Breathe. Inhale to reverse. Exhale, frame that left foot. Spin onto your right toe. Breathe the left arm to the sky. Take the right knee to the left knee. Come all the way through. Right, slide the bum back. If you're coming into your side crow, I can walk you through it. Right, if you don't want to take it, don't worry about it. If you're coming into that side crow, the left hand's behind you, the right arm comes up, you hook the elbow, and you approach this through bent elbow. So plant the hands down, lift the bums, keep both elbows bent, and just maybe lift both feet off the ground. Maybe you straighten them forward, maybe just bending them by you is a little bit easier, right? You can also straighten the back leg, which would make you in twisted Kundanyasana. So you can really, really explore this space, right? Take a moment wherever you are. Hands to the right side. We're coming into our wide-legged fold from here. Toes in, heels slightly out. This time, interlace the hands behind the back. Look forward to lengthen. And then exhale, let the arms come up and overhead. If you're coming into tripod, you have some time again. You can place your hands to the floor, your head to the floor, and lift all the way up. Breathing here. Make sure to have about 50-60% of the weight in the hands here. Take it all the way down. It really gets more like 60-70% of the weight. The less weight you can have in the head, the better it's going to feel. Pivot the right foot to the back of the mat. Come all the way down, bend into that right knee. Take Skandasana. Maybe you try to flatten that foot this time, right? Maybe you've been here a few times. Explore the space. Walk the hands to the front of the mat. One more time, we're taking it through. Left arm lifts up. Right knee taps the left. You pull all the way down, pull it through, and then we just shift back. Pull that left knee into the belly. Coming into our one-legged crow or one-legged crow prep. Blocks at the ready. Hands beside the hips, lift up, lift the bum, walk all the way to the front of the mat. So if you found this really challenging, try it with bricks. Take your bricks down underneath your palms. What that does is already gives you a little bend in the elbows, and then make sure that back leg can straighten out. So you might step it a little further back. Now heel toe that right foot behind your wrist, right knee to the back of the upper arm or all the way into the armpit. Now, to lift the foot, you have to lean the weight forward, right? And then just maybe that's like that. Maybe you just hold that space. The bricks feel a little bit high for me, right? You're here. And one day, you're gonna lift that back leg off the floor as well. Breathe. Inhale, shoot it high to the sky. So it's a shorter dog. Knee to nose as you round forward. Inhale it up. Exhale one more time. Inhale, we breathe. Exhale, big step between the palms. Hands to shins. Exhale, we fold. Take a moment here. Allow the head to be heavy. Allow the knees to soften. Give the wrists a bit of a wiggle. And then let your body fold. Let your arms just reach towards the floor. Slow rise all the way up. Find that nice articulation of the spine. Beautiful, guys. Roll our shoulder blades up by the ears, down the spine. Grab hold of opposite elbows this time. Step the right foot behind you. It's a shorter stance. We're going to pivot the right foot out and then draw the hips back. So you want your hips square for this. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, hinge from the hips. Pull your bum back to the back wall. And if you want to reach your arms forward to the front of the room, you can. It's going to be a little harder. Breathe, guys. When you next exhale, fold over that right leg. You can release the hands to the floor. Beautiful. Grab that brick underneath the right palm. This is where I feel like it's really, really helpful. We're going to twist. Let the twist come from the torso. So take your left hand to the base of you. Start to lift from that left shoulder. Make sure the right hip doesn't move forward as you reach that left arm high. Beautiful. If that feels too intense, keep the hand where it was. Beautiful. Gaze back to the floor. Take the right knee to the left knee. Scoop the left arm all the way up. Come all the way up. Pull the right knee into the belly. This time we're going to twist left hand to the outside of the right knee, right hand behind you. Option to stay here. Option to kick the foot into the hand. Beautiful. Take the right hand to the foot. And you guessed it, it's one more pistol squat, but we do this on both sides, so it really, there's one more. Drop the bum to the ground. We're gonna twist to the right side. Use your bricks if you want to, because this time we're just gonna step feet side by side. So the toes are pointing to the right side of your mat. Take that right hand on a brick. Take the left piece fingertips around the big toe. Maybe you lift up the foot an inch, that's fine. Maybe you can kick that left foot out to the side. Beautiful. Take it back down. Re-pivot yourself forward. Hands to shins, look forward. Exhale, we fold. Inhale, rise, gaze up high. Exhale, palms to center. Grab hold of opposite elbows one more time. This time, the left foot steps back. You pivot the left Toes out to the left side, and you pull back that right hip, right? So the hip square to the front. You draw from the midline, we lift up, we hinge forward. And this might be enough. You might reach your arms forward. That might feel like too much, so just somewhere in between is also quite nice and preferred. All right, fold all the way over that right leg this time. We start that twist. Take the left hand onto a brick, keep it on the mat if you prefer. Pull that right hip back as you lift, and then reach that right arm up, or just lift the shoulder instead. So what happens when we try to just reach for the sky without thinking about the hips is that that left hip collapses forward. So pull the bum back. See how that twist feels from the torso. It's stickier, yes. It's harder, yes. But it's stronger as well. And we want to really have a lot of thought and integrity with each of our poses. Look back to the floor, left knee to the right knee. Bend into that right knee to scoop up. Pull all the way up. It could be wobbly. Right hand to left knee. Left arm reaches behind you here. Option to stay here. Option to kick the foot into the hand, hold it here. Breathe. All right, you can be here instead. There's no right or wrong. And then take it forward. So pistol squat. I feel like I should have done this earlier on in class, giving you the opportunity to modify this, but I'll show you the way to make this a little bit easier for you now. You can take the pistol squat if you're already there. If you haven't quite figured out how to get there, you just bend into the knees and sort of scoop down. Right, a nice way to get out of a pistol squat if you want to is just to skip it entirely. Take a moment. We're going to twist to the left side, press the hands, use your brick, step left foot beside the right, toes pointing to the left side. Grab a brick, place it underneath your left palm. Wrap the right peace fingers around the big toe you lift up. It's that right side that lifts up, and then you kick it out to the side. Breathe, guys. Take it back, side by side. Spin yourself forward, so spin onto your toes. Hands to shins, look forward. Exhale, this time step it back to your plank. Your choice, knees, chest, or chaturanga, last vinyasa. Low cobra, upward facing dog. Exhale, we meet in a child's pose. Breathe. Beautiful. We're going to hop through onto our bum. Now you can do that from a downward facing dog, hop all the way through onto your bum. You can just lean back, slide your feet forward, whatever feels right. Reach your feet forward, lift the squishy bits of the bum out of the way. On the inhale, last forward fold, lift up. Exhale, hinge from the hips. Grab hold of your feet, your shins, grab a brick if that feels right, and then lift up again. Exhale, we bend the elbows out to the sides. Breathe. Two more breaths. All right, release the brick. Hands behind you, bent knees is a little bit easier. Straight legs is harder. We're going to take reverse tabletop. Beautiful, guys. Drop the bum down. Take your feet together, let your knees fall wide. Wrap the peace fingers around the big toes. On the inhale, lift up to a flat spine. And then exhale, bend the elbows out to the sides. Take a moment here. Try not to round through the spine. Try to make this quite strong because we're taking it into a V-sit from here. So we're gonna try to use strength to get there. On the inhale, lift. Draw the navel up, hinge back, kick the feet forward. Now, if you can't maintain the bind, that's absolutely fine, right? Take it as far as you can, and then maybe just release, right? No matter where you are, we're gonna end up in the same space. If you have the toe bind, you can maybe play around with taking the feet wide. You might actually find that the bind is a little easier for you than holding this space. So just do what feels nice at the end of the practice, however you want to finish your practice. And then together, we're going to take it all the way down. All the way onto our mats. Bend the knees, heels underneath the knees, behind the bum. Lift the hips up. You can take a little back bend if you want this time by taking the shoulders a little further underneath you. Support your low back if you want to. You can take a full wheel if you'd like by flipping your palms by your ears and lifting up. Up to you. Coming all the way down. Release your right leg, take your left knee into the belly. Let's take a twist. Left knee to the right side. Shoulders flat. Maybe even the closed gaze over the left side. We're going to switch sides again. Coming onto your spine, release the left, bend the right. Take the right over to the left side. Cactus the right arm, close gaze over your right shoulder. Soften your face, your jaw. Coming back onto your spine. Take your knees into your belly, round yourself into a little ball. Have a little rock side to side. Forehead to knees for last inhale. Exhale, side out the mouth. Coming into your Savasana. Allowing your arms to reach out by your sides, taking as much space as you need. Just allowing yourself to melt here. If you're still with me, we're going to start to wiggle our fingertips and toes. Reach your arms up high above your ears, like you're waking yourself up for the first time. And then just have a little roll onto your right side. And taking yourself up into a seated position. Eyes closed, palms can be facing up or down, whatever feels intuitive. Just coming to a place that feels still. Right? We were in this exact same position at the start of our class. So just notice how you feel. Let's take one last big breath in through the nose. Exhale, sigh it out the mouth. Hands to heart center. Coming back to that original intention, let it flood your mind on a clear mind. Come to third eye, thanking yourself for this space, for this time. And let's just bow our heads to finish, to close our practice. Beautiful. Thank you, guys. And I'll see you again next time.